episode of Alex's Toy Show with Feisty Pants.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. It's Q&A 86. Whoa! We're getting up there to Q&A 100. It's gonna be a party. You're all invited, don't worry. So episode 500 happened on Friday. That's right, episode 5. Now, here's the thing. You may think, that's not the Cars song I'm saying. Everybody look up the Cars. You might think, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you might think I hit 500 episodes a long time ago. Because, you know, if you think about it, I put up an episode every day. That's my official episode, okay? But on, say, like Sundays, where there's Q&A Sunday, is my official episode. But then, when there's pay-per-views, I do my predictions, right? At the end of the pay-per-view, I do an extra video of the results and how my thoughts on the results. So that's like an extra video. So how many pay-per-views have there been over the years? So you might, a couple of things like that. I've put out like extra videos, a couple extra videos a day here and there, but I've never labeled them episodes. I've always labeled them extra or shorts, if it's like a short video. So you might say that I hit 500 already, but officially 500 was Friday, Fan Mail Friday, and it was spectacular. I need to thank all y'all because when I started out, I just wanted to have a little fun with Feisty Pants and his action figures on the camera, make some home movies, and then we put it on YouTube, and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, this is cool, and 500 episodes later and almost 10,000 subscribers. We're like 15 subscribers away. We have a toy show, a web show. Well, guess what? Ender Creeper wants to know, did you suspect DGDX and Tommy Toy Travels as Slendermen? Slender people. What? Oh, no, I had no idea when Grimm, I wish I was there so I could see it with my own eyes, but I actually wasn't there when Grimm unmasked everybody. I was just as surprised as everybody else. Teresa, my Yankee buddy, has a mountain of questions. She wants to know, do you do word search or crossword puzzles? I do. I love them. I actually bought a book. It was about like yo thick. Went through it in a week. I was like, next. But I do. I love them. Sudoku, not really. But word search and crosswords, absolutely. Would you ever try vegan food for a week? I suppose. I mean, I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, but, I could also starve myself for a week. Sure. If you had to try food from another country, what would it be and why? Similar to the language I had to learn from another country, what would it be and why? Had I met a significant other originating from another country, say like if I met a Russian girl and she speaks Russian and she likes Russian food, I'm going to try Russian food. If I met a Polish girl, I'm going to try Polish food and learn Polish language. It's all the same thing. If I met an Egyptian girl, I would learn the Egyptian language and hieroglyphics, maybe. I don't know. Depends how far back she needs me to go. What kind of music would you have for your I don't know. It would have to be something very upbeat, very rock. I don't like this, club crap. I shouldn't call it crap, but it's not, it's not. No, I would want like, something that starts out like Jeff Hardy's, dun, 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 and then, all of a sudden it's like, da, da, and drums and guitars and stuff like that. I don't know. I'd have to think of something and come up with it, like, officially, but something upbeat. Let's go with that. What's mine and Feisty Pants' favorite ice cream flavors? I like vanilla. I'm a strictly vanilla, Oreo, not too much else. Chocolate on occasion. Feisty Pants, whatever you put in front of him, he'll eat it. David Griffin wants to know, who are your favorite couples in the WWE, past and present? It was cool when Macho Man and Elizabeth got married, but that's it. I don't care about anybody else. Which Hall of Famer diva would you go on a date with and why? Trish, because for as long as I have been a wrestling fan, I have been in love with Trish. As long as Trish has been a diva, It was always Trish. You can ask Grim, you can ask the Ninja Twins, you can ask Attack Slug. Trish and my pal Alex are like peas in a pod. Favorite wedding segments on WWE? I would have to say Macho Man and Elizabeth, because everything else just didn't matter. My thoughts, there you go. Here's your next question. Thoughts on Lita and Edge live. Yeah, you know what? It was the Attitude Era, and that was the only reason that happened in the ring. Otherwise, I'm telling you, if I took Feisty Pants during that era and that went on in the ring, no way. No way. No way. It's a kids' TV show. People watch wrestling. Kids have been watching wrestling all their lives for as long as the history of the WWE has been around. Before it was WWE, and then it was WWF, and kids watch it then. And you're having sex in the ring? I am no prude, but that is not something for kids to see. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Vince, you're fired. Mine and Feisty Pants' favorite pizza toppings, favorite dessert, I'm sorry, that's 2 questions. Favorite pizza toppings, I like a number of things. Pepperoni sausage, extra cheese, you know, I'm a little easy. Any of those 3, regular, Sicilian. Feisty Pants, he likes extra cheese, he likes sausage, meatballs, not so much pepperoni, but he'll eat a slice. Favorite dessert, I'd have to say, is ice cream. My thoughts on A-Rod's suspension 2 years ago, I think it was justified, and I think it was fit. And, believe me, I was the first person to not welcome him back. But he performed above and beyond my expectations, and, you know, he played like a team, and I welcome him back. I'm hoping he could have half the year he had last year in 2016. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he didn't just give up and take a crap on Major League Baseball like a sore loser, you know what I mean? It shows he's got a little respect for the game. He knows what he did, you know, and he served his time. What changes do you want for YouTube in 2016 and 17? You know, the one thing I would like to see from YouTube, this is it. You may not understand because you may not have it, but I would like to see more of a user-friendly business management from it. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea how to look at my earnings and my crap and my balance and the money I make from video. I have no idea. I don't even know if I make any money from videos. I probably have a couple of bucks in there. Maybe like enough money for gas. I don't know. But I'd like to know where to find it. I'm clicking this, I'm clicking that. I have no idea. You go to eBay, you have PayPal, everything's right there. Click, 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 done. I'm like a pro on eBay and PayPal. YouTube, couldn't tell you. I would like to see that a little more user-friendly, that part of YouTube. The rest of it is fine for now. What else? Which dream tag team, I'm sorry, from the Hall of Fame in their prime do you want to see in a match? I would like to see, you know, I don't know. You know what? This is what I would like to see. They're not far apart, but I would like to see the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. I feel they're a couple of years apart in prime, like absolute prime. At their ultimate prime is what I would like to see. The two of them. Because that would be a match. Do you see Montreal returning to baseball? No. I don't. Cliff Floyd was on MLB Network a couple weeks ago, and he said what ruined it for baseball, what ruined it for Montreal was the part of town that it was in. He said if Montreal moved the stadium to the other side of town, it would have been so much better. Or no, was it the other side of town, or instead of Montreal, it was someplace else? I don't remember, but I remember him saying the key words was Montreal, you know, was awful. So I'm thinking it was a nearby town, not Montreal, but nearby Montreal. My thoughts on the West Coast rivalry between the Dodgers and the Angels. I didn't know there was one. There is no rivalry in baseball like the Yankees and the Red Sox, the Yankees and the Orioles, Yankees and the Blue Jays. The American League East is a vicious place to be, I'm sorry. Nothing else that mounts up to it. Should kids and teens get a special week of school due to WrestleMania? Explain. Yeah, this one I had to have you explain, because I had no idea what you're talking about. WrestleMania does not belong in the school year, no. Jose Montes wants to know, when did you start collecting baseball cards? It was the early 80s. I remember I had a Wade Boggs rookie. It was beat to hell. So I'll say 1982, but it was earlier than that because I had cards from 80 and 79. So, you know, maybe something happened there. Very, very early 1980, let's say. Ray Sadira wants to know my thoughts on Patrick Clark in NXT. Patrick, everybody, if you don't know, Patrick is from Tough Enough. He was my pick to win. So if he's in NXT, friggin' finally, that's all I got to say about that. That boy is going to be good. Nick Ruiz wants to know, who am I voting for president? And what's my favorite type of coffee? My favorite, overall, is just regular coffee, light and sweet. Hot coffee, not iced coffee. Usually it's just milk and sugar. You can put a little French vanilla in there. You could put a little caramel in there. It's all fine. But favorite, just regular milk and sugar. And who am I? You know, Nick, I would love to answer you, but I do not want to start World War III on my web show. Because I think I'm voting for Trump, honestly. You know, he may run his mouth. He may say things that, you know, catches people's attention. Like, what's he talking about now? Ultimately, he has put up where other people need to shut up. For me. You guys can think what the hell you want, all right? Pika Pika wants to know, if you fought Grime, would you A, hit Grime with a chair, B, AA him through a table, C, kick him in the balls and run, or D, knockout punch him? If I fought Grime, well, I wouldn't be running anywhere, and I'm not one to just kick somebody in the balls. So I think C is right out. D, I don't know that I could knock somebody out with one punch, but I would definitely get him in through a table. Maybe not with an AA, but let's go with sort of B. King Sosa wants to know, what if YouTube wasn't here? What would you do? I guess I wouldn't do anything because, you know, if YouTube wasn't here, we wouldn't know about it. I wouldn't be crying over anything because we just wouldn't know that YouTube doesn't exist. But I guess there'd be something else. You know, maybe I'd be all over Twitter and Instagram instead of Twitter and YouTube. Caesar Soto wants to know, will Daniel Bryan be inducted in this year's Hall of Fame or next? You know, I think you need to be out of wrestling a couple of years before you can get inducted to the Hall of Fame. So I'm going to say maybe not next year, but a couple of years down the line. How will Vince book Titus after his suspension? I don't know. I'm still lost on what the hell happened. You know, I saw the little bit about where he grabbed his arm, but I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand why that caused a suspension. I don't know. I'm in the dark. I'm going to have to ask Grim. And have you met any wrestlers or baseball players? Well, if you know about the Nat Geo special that I was on with Grim, Grim was on and, you know, they showed his action figures, and then I was on, and they came and checked out my baseball card collection, and they brought Andy Van Slyke to the house! Yes, I spent a whole day and a half with Andy Van Slyke. It was awesome. He's my favorite player. Wrestlers, I met a ton. Nobody current that you would know, I would have to say, but a lot of older people whose names I've even forgot. I almost met Sarah from Tough Enough last summer at SummerSlam. I was tweeting her, hey, we're up in this suite, blah, 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 and if you have a minute, why don't you stop by? But she was working. I didn't realize she was working instead of just being backstage, and she didn't see it till the end of the night, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I was working. So I almost met Sarah Lee. That would have been the most modern person I've met. Everybody else is like from at least 15 years ago. What happened from my job at Mattel? I work, LOL, by the way, I work different places every week, so the week was up and I left. Would you ever step into the octagon with Brock Lesnar for $2 million? No. For maybe $200 billion, maybe, but not $2 million? No, that's not nearly enough to pay for the reconstructive full body surgery I would need to step into the octagon. No. All right, folks. Leave your comments. all week long. Ask me some questions. I write them down. Every Sunday I answer them in Q&A. Same with fan mail. If you guys have comments, leave them in the comments. And, you know, I read them off every fan mail. Now, if you got something to send for fan mail, this is where you want to send it. Alex's Toy Show, P.O. Box 13, Bayville, New Jersey, 08721. If you guys look me up on Twitch, I'm My Pal Alex on Twitch. I stream EverQuest every once in a while, so you got a feel for what I do in the game. If you guys have Amino, those are the different chat groups I'm in there. You can follow me on Instagram. Lego has this site where you make something, and if you get enough votes for it to be made, Lego goes ahead and makes it. And then you can follow me on the show. I'm on Twitter, at MyPalAlex. You can look me up on YouTube the same way. Sunday we do Q&A, and when there's a pay-per-view, that night we throw in predictions. Monday, we do toy hunts and toy hauls, me and Feisty Pants. Tuesday, I talk baseball. Wednesday, Feisty Pants plays Minecraft. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we leave it open for everything else that we do. Fan mail Friday seems to be the Friday show, and Thursday, Saturday tends to be everything else. All right, folks, that's all I got for Q&A 86. Q&A 100 is coming up. Episode 500 happens. Like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe for more.